Yo, Robbie, can you believe, they made this great platform, they got everybody hooked on it, and now they're just gonna yank it out from everybody's feet?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I can't believe they're doing that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Coast to Coast Traders Podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Robbie.
Yeah, man, so let's get into this. Let's talk about this Project X rug pull that's going on. All these firms were using it, and now they all have to get away from it in pretty quick fashion, too.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've covered it a couple of times. They've been experiencing some significant outages. I feel like we couldn't go a week or sometimes even more than a few days without hearing about top step troubles. And there was some reports about developers being fired, this and that. And here we are. Just what it was that it was Sunday evening, I think, after our last episode, where they finally announced that they're basically ending all third-party relationships with all these prop firms, and basically, Top Project X will be exclusive to TopStep.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate, man, because I think there's so many people who really enjoy trading with the Project X platform. Really quick before we get too far into this, just as a reminder, we are doing in the middle of the screen a 500 subscriber giveaway, right? So we need you to make sure that you are subscribed. If you're not already, go ahead and click the subscribe button right now. Don't forget to click the like button too. It's free and it's easy, and you'll be entered in the giveaway for a free 50K account. So make sure you do that.
Yeah, do it for Joe's birthday. It was his birthday yesterday, so yeah, guys, let's hit some comments, some shout outs to Joe. Happy birthday in the comments, and let's give away a prop account, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Hey, so all right, so Top Step, a lot of people love it, but
Mhm.
we're here to help walk you guys through maybe some features that you missed that you will miss with Project X, and we're gonna kind of give you guys a training like crash course on NinjaTrader, the desktop software, because a lot of the features, well, I shouldn't say a lot. I think the key feature that people like from Project X has actually been available on NinjaTrader for years, actually. So we're going to give you guys the deets, download links, and some walkthroughs on how to set up a workspace on NinjaTrader.
Absolutely,
And
man.
yeah, so let's get right into it, huh, Joe?
Absolutely, yeah. So,
Uh,
NinjaTrader, right? We'll switch here to the other screen. So NinjaTrader offers a lot of ways to customize this platform. We're going to get into it. For example, one of them is being able to customize the background of the chart to anything that you like. This does make it really difficult to see this price action here. Um,
mhm.
so, really quickly,
Is
let's.
this your typical setup, Joe, with our faces right there? You can't get enough of us.
I can't get enough, dude. I can't get enough of all that hair. See, I'm just looking at you, wishing I had all that hair. So, just to make it easier, right? What I want to just show you guys quickly is you can go to the properties, and you can change the background image, right? And it'll give you like a whole bunch. You can choose like a path or whatever. And you could actually just like turn that off as well, so you could have this any way you wanted. You can go to properties and set the background. I can't deal with these white charts, so let's go with something a little bit easier. Maybe not so dark because you can't see, but you can customize this any way you wanted, right? So like you can customize what the candles look like. We can go into data series and you can change what the candle wicks look like. So if you wanted the candle wicks to all be like a white color, there you go. You can of course like zoom in, zoom out, right? Stretch, unstretch, right? Or just hit the full button and it jumps you to like the full price action. And the more you're zoomed in, the more it tends to keep things centered. Um,
Hmm.
you can also up here in the box, you can adjust like control up and control down, alt up, alt down. So like if we just go control up, control down, alt up, right? You can play with the bar spacing, make them thicker or more narrow, easy to see. I can personally like something that looks like that, right? So I feel like that's a lot easier to see. And for the sake of using this, we'll kind of leave it there. What you're going to want to do when you open up NinjaTrader is you're going to want to go to connections and you're going to hit the replay button, right? So move that off and disconnect
One of the
it.
best features of NinjaTrader, for sure.
Absolutely. Like, so when you hit you're actually going to go to connections and it's called playback. You're going to hit playback. It's going to pop up a screen that looks like this. So we'll select the instrument. We're going to use, we'll use NQ, and you can select the date. You can select for today, hit download. I can say it's December 1st, and then hit continue. Yeah. And so what it does is it's going to load up the chart, and it's going to load you up, you know, it actually started this back at the 24th. So really cool thing, right? For a while, I was trying to use the slide feature and get to like roughly where I want it to be at. You right click and click go to. You can select the exact date, and then you can select, you know, the exact time. So we're going to go to, let's just go to a little bit after the open today. You don't have to worry about
That
hitting.
would have saved me some time just about 20 minutes ago when I was trying to find a perfect entry on a chart.
Yeah, on a chart just to be able to take a good screenshot. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This is super helpful. So if you want to just go to replay every day and you want to go to, you know, say you're going to create a rule. Okay, I'm going to back test and I'm never going to take a trade in the first 10 minutes. So you would go here. It'll load it up for you. Just takes a moment. It's still
the first time you do like this, it does take a little bit of extra time, but usually it's a little bit faster once you get the initial position.
Yep, exactly. And so this is on today at 9:40 a.m. The other thing too to call out is that if you jump around, and I'm going to put the chart trader on, if you jump around at all and you change it, then the P&L for what you've been trading, which would show here, the P&L will change, right? So just for the sake of example, like if you made $500 on trade and then you jump forward or backwards, it's gonna wash this out. So if you're trying to like replay a whole day, you want to make sure you set yourself up at the beginning of the day and just like let it run through. So this just affords you the opportunity to like, you know, come to the chart, see the chart, it's paused. You can zoom out. Maybe you want to like mark appropriate levels or whatever, right? You see the days are separated. You can play with the coloring on all of these things too. And then you can just let it go. And you, if you want to, like say you're a scalper and you want to work on your entries, you can even play it on double speed, or, I mean, it goes quite fast. Like you can play it really fast or just, you know, there you go, play it on double.
Yeah. And then depending on the day, like sometimes it's super fast. Like if you had picked like a Trump tariff day or carry trade day, those 1 second 100-point candles, and then suddenly you're on 1500x is like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. So I have a bunch of brackets like pre-saved. I don't use all of them. I gotta like clean them out. But so say for example, you know, we're gonna do this here. Say like, okay, we got this pre-market low here. We're gonna, you know, this is after the London Open. This is your session low for the London session, your pre-market low. You know, I think, you know, if the strategy that you're trying to say is, hey, if we come down under this and we close back above, or I'm just going to put a resting bid here, right here, you can just right click on the chart and click buy. So let's, oops, sorry about that. Let's up the quantity to maybe like 4 contracts. So you have the potential to scale out. So if you change the order quantity here, it would update 4.
Order submitted.
You could also click here and just adjust it. Once the order's in, click on it, and you can adjust it to whatever you
submitted.
want. Now we have a buy order here for 4 contracts. And because obviously this day already played out, Robbie, we know this is going to hit.
Yeah. Are you intending to have no strategy right now?
Exactly, yeah.
ATM strategy?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to show everybody, if you accidentally enter into a position and you don't have your strategy, how fast and easy it is to put that strategy on. So we're about to get entered into this trade with a primo. There we go, primo entry, right? So first thing is you see that this is just giving you a cumulative number of points or ticks, right? So you can click this, it gives you dollars, percent, ticks, points. So I personally like to keep it on dollars, right? Or points, right? So the key thing here is that if you don't have a bracket set on and you go to your positions tab, you see this is where you are. You're long, you're on playback. Geez, you're already up over $2,000. You're doing great. Right click, apply ATM strategy, and then just like pick one you want. And we'll use this one because it's got 4 contracts associated with it. Now, when I pick this one, it has a 15-point stop loss. I'm going to pause it. It put the 15-point stop loss here because it's 15 points from where I applied that strategy, right? And these targets are 20, 30, 40, 50 points from where I applied it, not from the original entry. But at least now at least now you have the brackets on and you can say, all right, well, I'm going to still risk low a day. And, you know, I might want to scale out. I'll move this out of the way for a second. Just scale out at appropriate pivots. Like maybe you want to have scale it over high of day. Maybe you want to scale out like if we broke over like this pivot and then say you want to scale out at like, you know, 80.
Yeah, and it's important you mention how it positioned the stop loss though, because say you were red on the trade
Mm-hmm.
and then you enabled that, and maybe you're already red, 5 or 6 points. Well, then this is going to be 5 or 6 points red on top of the stop loss that you're now adding.
Right. Right. So, you know, from there, then you can just, you know, obviously you don't have this luxury of pausing the market when you're in a live trade, but you can at least see, all right, this is how this works. So like if I did it again, and if you X this out,
Order canceled.
it's going to remove them all. If I do it again, fly ATM strategy, here's the 4 cons. Now I got to be quicker with it, right? So, I don't want to scale
And
there.
that said, also, Joe, the targets that you had in the ATM strategy, say they were 15 points, they will also now be 15 points away from current price rather than
Exactly.
your entry.
Exactly. Yep. So here you have it, right? And you're just going to be, you know, this is the number of points you're up from the entry, not the cumulative number of points.
Yep.
Right. And then obviously,
Yeah, and so
go ahead.
so with that said, there's actually a really cool tool called the OrderLineDecorator, which
Mm-hmm.
I've posted on GitHub, and it lets you visualize on your target orders and your stop losses the whatever your preferred value is. So if you want to measure your target profits or your take profits or
Mm-hmm.
your stop losses in ticks, points, or the currency, you can do that. And that's a really big feature that a lot of people really love from Project X.
Yep. Yep.
And those are free to download through GitHub. We'll put the links in the description, but Joe's got to post it up here. Uh, I can't take credit for any of these really. OrderLineDecorator was programmed by a guy that goes by the handle Gemify, but for whatever reason, he's kind of um, unable. He can't be reached. Basically, he's kind of like uh, he's gone AWOL, I guess, and he pulled the extensions from the NinjaTrader ecosystem. But they were open source, so my contribution to this decorator tool is being able to what I call normalize the values. So suppose you're in a short or in a trade and you have 3 contracts and you're going to be expecting to take profit for like 2 contracts at say 20 points. Um, Without normalization, it'll actually show in the decorator that you're taking 40 points.
Yeah.
And then similarly the currency will be multiplied as well. For me, I don't really care to do the math in my head, and especially because with more position size, or even odd number position sizes, the numbers, it's not easy math. So I
Right.
really just want to know, okay, the first target's 15 or 20 points. That's simple. And then similarly, my stop loss, maybe it's 10, 15, 20 points. I just want to see that rather than the 30 or whatever points that it might add based on however many contracts that I'm holding.
Exactly. Yeah. So like if you're trading 4 micros, if you're going to take 3 off at the first target, that's kind of tricky, right? Like 3
Hmm.
would say 3 over here would say 60 points, you know, and it would give you the dollar amount, right?
Yeah.
Versus here it's going to tell you 20 points, the dollar amount, because it's 20 points per con. So
Right.
that's just
Hmm.
the difference, right? So yeah, it's a really good indicator. I use the order line decorator too. You know, for the sake of this is just like a quick, like, let's throw up a chart and start playing around with the settings, and you can change the colors of everything. Like that's the great thing about this versus, you know, like Thinkorswim is you have full control over what colors things are, right?
Hmm.
This is what my typical charts look like, right? Like I've customized these colors to this is my liking. A lot of it is just more neutral based and it works for me, but whatever works for you works for you. Here you can see the order line decorator in action, right? This is the same exact trade from this tab, right? Again, with all these indicators, but you can see it's right here. If we wanted to go here though, right, the first thing is if you don't have the order line decorator, what you're going to go is you're going to go to tools, you're going to go to import, and you're going to import NinjaScript add-ons. So what you have to do first is download that file and then just notate where you put it, like save it in a folder on your desktop or whatever, and then you know where to go. You're going to click that file, you're going to go to import. And then from there,
Yeah,
you
they're zip files, by the way, and you don't
yeah,
have to extract them anywhere on your PC first. NinjaTrader will do that automatically. So just choose the zip file, and that's it.
exactly, and download it, right? And all the indicators that you see today that we cover, you're going to have Rob link to Robbie's GitHub, and then the rest of them, I have a Google Drive folder that you can download them out of as well, like the CBC indicator, the Discord Messenger, which we'll get to, which we've kind of touched on in a previous episode. All kinds of different things, fancy bar timer, etc. The initial balance,
Hmm.
all those things that automatically set up the drawings that you see here. And even if we zoom in closely, you'll see how the first few minutes of the day, it's color coding that to be a different section automatically, right? For the first 30
Yeah.
minutes opening range.
Hmm.
But once you've imported that file, you're going to go to your indicators right here. And then under Gemify, you have OrderLineDecorator. Double click it to apply. Hit apply. Hit
Yeah,
OK.
on the updated version, it'll be under Robbie Robsky folder, but some of them will be under folders. Some of them will just be listed in the root folder, I guess you would call it.
Right. And I
Yep.
think the reason it didn't automatically apply is I'm already in a position. So if I close this out and enter a new one, it's going to instantly apply it to the next position we open.
Hmm.
But this is what it looks like here. So yeah, if we continue to play this out, what should we cover next, Robbie? The break even button.
Yeah, break even button.
Yeah. So
So it's kind of interesting. This isn't a default built-in feature, I would say, because I mean I know there's a hotkey. In fact, we might have covered the hotkey on a recent episode because I
mm,
think it might have been one of the new tips that came out, or as a result of some hotkey changes. I just had only just recently learned about it. You can bind a hotkey for a break
Target
even,
filled.
but it is kind of nice just to have the buttons to just quickly do that because clicking the button or even using the hotkey to break even is a little bit faster than dragging up your stop loss to break even.
yep, exactly. So we'll move the stop loss down. One thing that you'll notice too is you see how the chart continues to expand the further away you move the orders, right? So that's because everything is set up for auto scaling to fit. So if we go to the chart that I normally use here, see I have a break even button +2. So that's going to bring me 2 ticks above break even. This one will bring me
Yep.
12 ticks above break even. And those are just the two buttons I have by default. Most of the time it's just like, okay, click one, all right, click the other. And then from there, I'm just going to adjust the stop as we go, right? Like, like
Yeah.
theoretically in this scenario, we've already broken over the orb high. I really don't want to see this trade come back down probably much more than that like low candle, but we'll just leave it out of the way for now so we can continue to work this. Um,
Yeah, this indicator is basically will let you configure 4 buttons.
mhm,
Like you, Joe, I really only really need one,
correct.
but I have 2 by default. But you can configure up to 4 of them, and they are placed a little bit oddly depending on how many other indicators you have. So, like the first 2 will show up where Joe has them on his screen,
Hmm.
but if you add the other 2, they'll show up under the ATM strategy. I'm not quite sure why it does that, but that's just the way it was coded. But I do recommend that you choose darker. Well, I actually it probably just depends on what color scheme you're using for NinjaTrader. But
Hmm.
like if you're on a darker theme like Joe, then you want to use darker colors because otherwise, uh, the white text on a light button will be too washed out and illegible.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem with running 4 buttons, Robbie, is that it overlaps with where the Discord messenger is. And so
Yeah.
that's why, I really just have like the +2 and the +12.
Yeah.
Because now
Okay.
the Discord messenger is gone. So if I go back to that break even plus, like I just turn these off, and honestly I could probably adjust the 12 to like a 20. And then you see there we go. So
Hmm.
while we're on that topic, like this Discord Messenger thing is fantastic, right? Because you can set it to be whatever, right? So we're on playback 01, right? And now when the next time that like we hit a scale, and I'm just going to, just for the sake of this,
Target filled.
Yeah. Pretty
target
much any
fill.
time you do something with an order, whether it's setting a bid, raising stop losses, or target like any type of order manipulation on the screen will initiate a screenshot
Exactly.
So as you saw in the recent events, Joe moved the bracket order. You saw the screenshot post, but of course you can manually send the screenshot or click send trading status, which also will show your actual positions like in a text message in your own Discord server, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
And we talked about this on episode 26 too, for anybody that might want perhaps a more in depth, because I think we might have showed some better examples, but it's super easy, guys, really easy.
Yeah. And so this is my Discord right here. This is move this out of the way so you guys can see it. Oh, sorry, I gotta move me out of the way. But this is the way it works. And you can see it gives you a screenshot of what the actual chart looks like at the moment that you were trading, right? So you can go back and reference where are my EMAs, where was VWAP, where was whatever, because as price action continues to move, those things will alter slightly. And it gives you, all right, here's your position. Yeah, so my quantity is 2. I have 2 contracts. My average price, that's the entry, right? The position is long. Here are what my active orders are. And then same thing, like you can see from here where my stop was, okay, I moved my stop down, right? So if I move my stop up now, let's move my stop up to VWAP. There you go, boom. Like there's my stop on VWAP right here. It's a new picture and a new order update. And we are making some fat money on this trade.
This really helps alleviate the need to take a screenshot, because like depending on like how you, like for me, I have a tool called Light Shot, so I press my print screen button and then I kind of like draw like a marquee around what I specifically want to screenshot, and that all takes time, right? So with this tool, just literally the click of a button or any order manipulation on the screen, it's just instant automatic. You don't even have to think about it anymore.
Yep, exactly. And again, me personally, like, because I use this indicator here, which is, set up to outline the session high and the session low. Like the middle of the session is oftentimes a great place to scale. And look where we're starting to see some rejection. So I didn't have that on this. I just went with an arbitrary number.
Yep.
And here, you see if I just put it on the mid there, like I would have gotten the scale. And now look, it's another Discord screenshot was sent. Yeah. I mean, this is no stress. It's a sim trade, but we up all right. We're doing okay.
Yeah, for real. And but depending on how disciplined you are with your trading, like if you're still in the stage of where you have a machine gun looking type of chart at the end of the day, where you have entry exit entry exit entry exit, I don't know that you're going to find a lot of benefit, because like for me, the idea behind this tool is to help document your trading with specifically repeatable trades.
Exactly.
So this is going to be like, okay, why did this trade fail? But like if you've taken hundreds of trades in the day, like the reality is I don't think, and prove me wrong, but I don't think that you're likely to go back and find out amongst all those trades that you took.
Target filled.
Like, are you going to actually go back and review each and every one? Probably not. But if you're the kind of person that takes maybe like 10 or less trades per day, maybe just a few trades a day, this is going to be like really easy for you to just look at your trades and then kind of understand for yourself what went wrong. Was it your misinterpretation of the market, the price action, or some other factor? You were just experiencing FOMO or chasing or whatever. But that's the goal, is to help us examine our trades better.
Yep, exactly. And it honestly, it works extremely well, And if it is directly tied. That indicator is directly tied to what account you have listed here. So if you're trading multiple accounts, like I trade Apex and TPT, for example, right? If the wrong account is not selected here, like that's simple. That's a very, very simple thing to figure out. I personally don't need a screenshot every single time I move an order. So like all I have to do is click the send screenshot and boom, screenshot sent. Like that's it, right? So entered into the trade, boom, I got a screenshot of it and I can work it from there. If you notice there are no markers here, you can right click on the chart. I believe it's under data series. And then executions are under do not plot. You can go to markers and there's blues are buy, pinks are sell. You can adjust. That was the default. That's how it came for me. So I just left it. You can adjust those colors as well, totally customizable, or you can do text and marker. I personally think that that's obnoxious and that just really is too much clutter on the chart.
Much.
So like this.
But if it's, I think the default hotkey is Control E to cycle between those.
Yep.
So that's kind of handy too.
Yep. So even if, like, again, if you don't have the it automatically sending a screenshot, well, there we go. I have my entry and my targets.
Hmm.
You know, I obviously I don't like two targets like close together, but you know, we're just giving an example.
Yep.
Um,
So what do we got next?
with the
Drawing
tools,
toolbox.
the drawing toolbox,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
This is super helpful, right? Like if you just want to have tools that are quickly accessible, what you're going to do here is just go to the indicators, and you can even search right here, and you're just going to type in draw, and there you go. You have drawing tool tile. So you double click that, and it's going to send it down here, right? We don't need two of them, so we'll remove one. So here you go. So here's your drawing tool tile, and then you go to drawing tools, and you can pick whatever you want, like whatever you want to be in this box. For example, um, maybe let's do like a triangle. Hit OK, apply, boom. So that updated. So now I have this triangle. I just click the button, click where I want to draw it, boom. Like I can just draw a triangle. I don't know why you would need to do that, but then just click it again, hit the delete button, it's gone. If I want to look at, here's the Fibonacci retracement. So,
And this is a NinjaTrader default add-on, so there's no download link for this one. This is just included.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So it's super easy. It just leaves it right here if you want to draw a little trend line. Hey, we look good. Are we holding this trend line? You
Yeah,
know?
because otherwise your choices are basically right-click on the chart, go to drawing tools, then choose the tool, or similarly click the little pencil icon and do the same. So this just saves you a couple of quick steps.
hmm It's a great way to keep your favorite drawing tools, right? Like drawing a rectangular box, you know, right there. Then obviously
Yep.
just click it again. When you see the little dots, you can just hit the delete button and deletes. And then for any of
Hmm.
these tools, if you want to just change it, you're like, oh, like you might go to your NinjaTrader and be like, Joe, my line's not blue. How do I get my line blue like you? Double click on it. I'm sorry, don't double click on it. You want to right click on it, go to properties, and you can change what it is. So change it to turquoise. Go to template, save as a template, save it as default, or hit save as default. Yes, okay. Boom, and there it is. So now,
Yep.
every time you draw that, you're good. And if you want to stay in drawing mode, stay here in drawing mode, click this. Now, you can just keep drawing them. Then, you can turn it off. Make sense? Make
Yeah,
sense,
it's pretty
Robin?
simple.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
simple.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Um,
and let
did
me
we
just
cover it all?
mostly let me just jump forward
Okay.
and show people, like, if you jump forward,
Order
see
canceled.
it just order canceled, right? And so now, like on the sorry, on this here, like all the profits are gone, everything, like it did reset. So you guys can see an example of how that reset. Um,
Yeah.
one really important thing, two really important things is, like, if you once you get the chart to looking how you want it to look, right? You
Hmm.
want to right click, hit templates, and hit save as, or save as default, whatever you want. And you can save it. I tend to save my template based off of the date that I created. It just helps me to be like, oh, like if I'm looking at an old screenshot and I'm like, oh, I like how that looks, I can go back to roughly when that template was put into place. And then you can, if you want to have multiple time frames across the bottom, just right click, duplicate in new tab. There you go. So now you have two identical, all the same indicators, all of everything is all the same.
Yeah, that saves a lot of time of having to reset up stuff. Because for
Exactly.
the most part, I typically use all the indicators in every chart, but there might be a couple of instances where I don't.
Mm-hmm.
One other thing also is on the top right corner where the minimize expand buttons and stuff are. They've got two gray boxes,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one right there that is the instrument link. So if you're going to have multiple charts open and you want to link like all your red ones to NQ, this would be the box to do that. Versus the one on the left will be synchronizing the time frame. So if you had two charts up, different instruments, but you wanted to only look at whatever time frame, like the 2 minute or the 5 minute,
Yep.
you'd link the one on the left side. But for me, I'm not linking time frames. I'm only linking instruments. So typically, I only use the right box.
Yeah. So we can do that here, right? So if we again change this to red, if we were to put this on like ES, for example, but I think then if we change it to red, it
Mhm.
it defaulted. See how it changed back to NQ. So that's what Robbie's saying.
Yeah.
And then if we change this interval length to orange, right, that's a 10-minute. If we were to put this on ES, you see how we're now on the ES 2-minute. Oh, switch this one too. Sorry, we got to turn that off. We got to turn that off. No instrument link. So we turn the instrument link off. We're on the ES 2-minute. Let's go back to the NQ 10-minute. So here they're separate, NQ 10-minute. And what Robbie's saying is if we now change this, the interval link to orange, this will change. Boom, it changes ES to a 10-minute chart.
Yep.
That keeps it simple. So,
Mm-hmm.
But like back to looking at this one big chart, right? If you've made a duplicate, right, and I'll do that again. So we make a duplicate, a new tab, or you can duplicate a new window. It's very, very simple here to go up to the top here, change the time frame. And now within just a click, you can say, hey, what does it look like on the 2-minute? Hey, what does it look like on the 5-minute? It's very easy.
Yeah.
I think honestly, using the replay tool is the easiest way to get familiarized with the platform, take practice trades, set up the charts the way you like them, and save your settings as they are. It's great for like a Saturday or a Sunday when the market's closed. And if you've been trading other firms and now you've lost access to Project X, NinjaTrader is a fantastic option because it offers so many different ways to customize it exactly to your liking, and you know.
Yeah.
Just help
One
improve
thing
your
we
trading.
missed, Joe, is how do you actually create brackets?
That's a great question. Great question.
Yeah.
So,
This is definitely one that you'll want to test on replay, especially if you're gonna like try to find out what your base hit is. It's a great way to run a simulation and say, okay, can I? What's the probability of me getting 30 points versus 60 points? You know, and you can really have a bracket order that has one 30-point target, one 60-point target, and you don't have any break even anything. And if you just ran that multiple times and you have a 50% win rate, well, then your base hits 30 points. But if you have more than 50% win rate, then maybe you can consider bumping up your base hit or coming down a little on the secondary and kind of really refine what's more repeatable for you as far as a initial take profit.
yep, yeah, exactly. So let's go to custom, right? It's going to give you custom strategy parameters, right? So it's your order quantity, right? We're gonna do 4 cons again, right? Like we're gonna just repeat the first trade. We're gonna add targets. So target 1 needs to be 1 quantity, right? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up the stop loss. So this is in ticks. So you have to do a little bit of mental math here. If you want to risk 15 points, there's 4 ticks per point. So 60 points. 60, 60, and 60. So say if your base hit is 15 points, and then from there you want to do 15, then you want to do 30, then you want to do 50, and then maybe you want to do 100. Let's just say. Cool. So we'll save this as a template. We'll call this the tester. Or YouTube. We'll call it YouTube. Call it
Yeah. What about
subscribe now.
stop strategy, Joe?
So stop strategy is this is for auto trailing, right? Or auto break even if you want to set that up as well. So
Yeah.
this one is what I have automatically is so once I am up 10 points, it is going to automatically move me to a 2, like above 2 ticks. So it's basically once I hit 10 points in profit, it's going to move me to the break even plus 2 ticks. Right? So
Yeah.
again, we'll save that as template, we'll save as YouTube, press replace it, make sure that everything's on there. Boom. How do we set this up though? Right, so you're going to go to edit, auto break even. There's your profit trigger, 40 ticks, which is 10 points. And then what does it do? It moves you to plus 2, right? So if I wanted it to move me, like let's just say I wanted it to just like half my original risk. Like if my original risk was 60 ticks, I could have it set to like minus 30. And now when I'm 10 points in profit, now my risk is cut in half. You can make this any way you want it to, right? But we'll just hit cancel. We'll leave it the way it is. We're going to hit OK.
Yeah, and then save those the stop strategy as its own template as well.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. So you can edit that, save as template. Boom. That's done. There you go. So,
Joe, what if I take an order that for greater than 4 position, or like greater than 4 size? What happens?
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So we'll up the order, even though this is set for 4 contracts. We're going to up the order quantity to 8. right? So we can see what
Mhm.
happens here. We're going to put that same order in here,
Order
buy 8.
submitted.
This is where we're going to bottom take this awesome long entry. See, it's
And
sent.
would you recommend naming your ATM strategy to include maybe the size of the position?
Yeah, exactly. So this one that I use all the time is
Mhm.
my one con 15 points like NQ.
Order filled.
Hold on, I want to hit pause. And so this one, for example, I'm trading one contract on NQ. This is my
Yep.
auto break even, right? 15 points. That's 15 points risk, 15 points target. It's a 1-to-1 bracket with an auto break even. I don't always take the 15 points, but at least that's where it's set up to a base hit. And sometimes price action just moves real fast and I just instantly get target filled, and that's fine. But if I want my target to be further, like where a pivot is, or based off of the quality of my entry, I can always adjust it afterwards. But at least that's like a good parameter for me to start with.
Okay.
So now that we took this one with 8 contracts, you can see it lumps the majority of the sell on the first one. That's like a default setting. It's always going to try to sell the extra contracts on the first take profit. So as we watch this, and we're going to slow this down to 1x speed so that it's not like going too fast. And what I'll do is I'll zoom in here so everybody can see this
And
very
I feel like
clearly.
that's standard because when I did a video for Thinkorswim, um, I'm pretty sure it was the same way when I was using the trade ladder active trader.
Mhm,
Any quantity outside of what's configured will be lumped in the first target.
exactly. So the important thing to note here is if I move this back down, because see, now we're only up 6 points. If I move this
Hmm.
back down, when you see this cross back over 10, which you see, it's at the Discord picture. See, I would have gotten taken out.
Hmm.
Come on. I know it's about to fly here. See, I'm up 10.
Yeah.
I'm up 10.
Target filled.
See, like I just hit 15 points. It did not move me back up, right? So if you move it back down, which is, probably a cardinal sin of trading, you're really
Hmm.
risking you're risking actually taking this trade for a loss, even after your strategy provided you essentially a break-even exit.
Target filled.
There you go. So then it
Yeah.
continues to
So
work.
it only fires once, basically.
Yep,
And if you move it, then that's on you to make sure that you're trailing either manually or by using these buttons.
exactly. So if we close
Order
this out,
filled.
we'll just literally go back again 2 minutes. Okay. And I know I have an auto trail already set up on one. I
Hmm.
can show you
Okay.
guys how that works. So it does make, and you can adjust this too. It does make a really annoying auto trailing. So this is just one bracket. We'll just
Hmm.
Order
buy.
submitted.
We'll change the
Order
quantity.
submitted.
Change the quantity up to like 8.
Order submitted.
The only way to get around it lumping all of the orders together when you have a 1-for-1 bracket is to actually have like a separate entry.
Order submitted.
So if you have the orders just slightly separate there, it will allow you to have 2 different brackets, and I'll show you guys. So just let's get taken into this trade.
Order filled.
Okay.
Order filled.
All right, there we go. So now we're in for the 9 contracts. You right click on here, you'll see you have multiple targets, but I think it's probably just the way it got filled. You can increase the price of one, and then you can start to spread these out. Like, say you want us to leave the 6 down here, you can adjust these, right?
Yeah.
The stop is still the same. The stop is still, the 15 points. If I remember correctly, this is going to go to break even or to trail, and then I'm going to have to move it. See how it
Yeah.
does that?
And of course, if you're always going to be trading 8 cons, then just build your strategy from the start to
Exactly.
have, 4 positions here, 4 positions there, or like 4-2-2 or something.
Whatever you want to do. Yeah, especially if you're like a micros trader and you're like, okay, I want to trade 10 micros. I want to take 5 off at the first target. And see, like, it just gets to be annoying because it's moving price action is moving so fast. Like the cashier register sound is
Target
just
filled.
going berserk. But that,
Yeah, and on top of that, with the Discord Messenger, you're gonna get spammed to high hell
oh yeah,
with screenshots.
yeah,
So probably don't want that that going on with the auto trail.
Exactly, because it's already, you can see some of them are failing because it's just trying to send so many so quick.
Yeah. Don't ban yourself from your own server.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we've covered
Well, I think
everything,
that about covers it,
guys.
huh, bro?
What's that?
I think that about covers it, huh?
Yes, yes. I think we've covered a lot. Again, there will be links in the bio for how to find some of these indicators, right? Like the EMA clouds. If you have questions on like, hey, what are your settings? Or how did you make this look like this? Just go ahead and hit us up in the comments. That's the best place to get a hold of us and ask the relevant questions.
Yep.
Of course, you can always hit us up on X as well. And don't forget to subscribe because we're trying to give you guys a 50K account.
And today, I think it's today, but maybe tomorrow. There's some really good deals on props right now. Lucid Trade Day funding ticks 40%, 50%. Use code Coast to Coast.
Hmm.
Lucid making waves. They've got a new flex option now. So some different rules on the funded side. No consistency, no daily loss limit versus on the pro version, which had the consistency. So more options for you as traders if you like the consistency or not, depending on which stage you are. But there's also different limitations on payout rules. So look into those. But coast to coast are the best code right now, guys.
Oh yeah. And that's it. Thank you all for
All
watching.
right. Catch you on the next one.
See ya.